2 years ago, I started my own social media marketing agency after being sold the dream by Iman Ghazi. I worked hard, I sent thousands of cold emails, I offered free trials, but no matter how hard I tried, I could not make it work. It even got so bad that I lowered my prices to $350 per month just so I could hopefully sign a few clients, which is absurd because at that point I could have made more money just working at McDonald's, honestly. But in November of 2023, I installed a funnel that changed everything for me. 2 weeks later, I hit my first ever $6,500 month. A month later, I hit my first ever $20,000 month. And then 3 months later, and a total of 6 months after initially installing this funnel, I hit my first ever $100,000 month. And since then, now I consistently do $30,000 weeks. And I've even made $15,000 in a single day before. So with this money, I've pretty much done all the cool online influencer stuff that you see. I've been able to buy my mom nice things, take care of her. I've took the trips to Dubai right here, first class flights with my mom, and I've even drove the luxury cars as well. So in today's agenda, in today's video, we're going to go over a step-by-step guide of exactly why my SMMA wasn't working, the exact change I made that fixed everything, changed everything for me, how to actually make it improbable that your business fails, how to create predictable pipelines and predictable cash flow, client flow, etc. How I started selling a high ticket offer that allows me to charge anywhere from 4 to 10K per client, and a step-by-step guide of converting attention. Now we're going to go over all of this. So why was my agency failing? Simply put, when your agency isn't working, it's either because your offer isn't good, you don't have a consistent lead gen funnel, you're not running ads, no cold outbound system, no lead magnet, and no conversion mechanisms. This is the problem for 99% of agencies. But the truth is, no matter where you are in your agency's life cycle, whether you're just starting out trying to get to 10K, you're at 15K, want to get to 50, or you're at that 100K plus mark, the answer will always be the same. You need an offer, you need a lead gen system, you need a way to turn leads into appointments, you need nurturing and conversion mechanisms, and you need a sales system. This doesn't matter where you are in your process, it's always going to be the same. So let's talk about the exact change I made. In my opinion, I feel like the mass amount of gurus and flashy lifestyle people on the internet make us forget that running a social media marketing agency is an actual business, but they make it feel like running an agency is something that it's not, like it's some easy side hustle or it doesn't require real business principles. Once I understood that this was not the case, and in order to actually make this business work, I had to apply real principles from simply any business that you would apply. You apply those same principles to your actual SMMA. That's when everything changed. If we think about what a business is, you only have two options to make money. You get more customers or you make them worth more. This is the only way to make more money. So that means a business is simply a machine that if you put a dollar into it, it spits out more money than you put in. Once I started thinking about business as a simple machine of inputs that lead to outputs, everything changed. Now, here's a general equation for what a business is. You have your inputs, then you have systems which turn these inputs into outputs. It's very similar to a car. If we think about a car, you input fuel. You put fuel into your car. The car then has systems which convert gasoline into actual usable energy so that the car can move. And then the output is a functioning vehicle. So how would this look inside a business? Well, the three components that drive a business is your ability to get attention, your ability to convert attention, and the ability to deliver value to clients. Now, these three components also must have their own systems inside of them in order for them to function correctly. For example, the ability to get attention, you need systems for cold acquisition, systems for organic and paid acquisition systems as well. Now, if you want to convert attention, you need systems around getting people to schedule, getting people to show, and systems around closing. Now, these are your sales systems. And now when it comes to delivering value, you need systems around your client journey that actually get them to their dream outcome. You need quick wins, usually a great onboarding system with quick value and quick wins within the first few days. And then you need consistent communication, daily communication, as well as 2-week check-in calls. Simply knowing these things, I was able to solve my own problem of not being able to make money, as well as make failure improbable. Now, what do I mean when I say make failure improbable? Simply put, value negates luck. So once you have a leveraged consultant offer and begin the process of getting attention and presenting that offer to as many people as possible, your success then becomes inevitable. So now what do I mean by that? When I say solve the full gap, I mean getting you from your initial situation, wherever you may be at, to your dream scenario, 50, 100K plus per month, right? How does it solve the full gap? Well, you have a leveraged offer. You have unlimited attention by installing all three acquisition channels, conversion mechanisms to get prospects to schedule, show, and close, does all three, and then nurturing mechanisms such as content assets that get them to show up to the call warm and ready to buy. Let's talk about how to actually go about getting unlimited attention, because once I created the offer, and once anybody creates a dream offer, the only problem you will have in your business is actually solving the problem of getting enough attention and enough people to know about what you do. So the problem was I didn't have a consistent and predictable way to get attention. I was only using one channel. So what did I do? I installed all three. That means outbound, organic, and paid traffic. Now you can easily do just one. Doing just one of these will likely allow you to build a sustainable business. But of course, all three work better together, and installing all three was what allowed me to sign 93 clients in 90 days. Now, if someone clicks on your ad and then consumes some of your content, the sale is much easier. If someone opens your email, decides to finally get on a call, and before getting on that call, they search you up and find your content, the sale is much easier. Now, if you didn't have any of these things, the likelihood of the sale is much, much lower. Now, let's talk about how I started selling a high ticket offer that allowed me to charge anywhere from 4 to 10K per client. If we look right here, we can see I'm charging anywhere from 4 to 10K, and these are all upfront payments as well, not retainer systems. Now, how you sell a high ticket offer that allows you to charge so much upfront is you design a high valued offer by understanding the gap between where your client currently is and where they want to go. There will typically be multiple problems standing in the way of their desired situation. You then create mechanisms to solve each of these problems and present it to the client as the full solution. For example, you have the initial situation here, and their end goal, dream outcome, is likely an additional $50,000 to $100,000 per month, however much, right? There's going to be multiple problems standing in the way of them achieving this goal. If you didn't watch my video about breaking down Alex Hormozi's $46.2 million business, well, here's how he solved this problem. He defined that there were three levels of a gym. You would start as a level 1 gym, and then the ultimate goal is to become a level 3 plus gym. He decided that the problem standing in the way from someone having a level 1 gym and becoming a level 3 plus gym was simply just understanding levels of a gym, having client acquisition systems in place, solving churn, understanding how to scale, installing talent acquisition systems, and then understanding macro business models. But note, you must always combine multiple methods of delivery. If you want to build an efficient, repeatable solution, you need multiple methods of delivering your system. That means done with you, done for you, and do it yourself. Now, this is exactly what Hormozi did, and the reason is likely because only providing one method has obvious constraints. For example, if you're only using done for you, it will provide difficult constraints when it comes to scaling, as you will have to do all the work for every single client. However, combining all three allows you to get the best of both worlds. For example, done for you ensures that nothing gets messed up as you do all the work. Done with you allows your client to build and gain skills as you hold their hand, and do it yourself gives the client the full frameworks to be successful with or without you. This led me to create the Leverage Consultant Offer Framework, as it uses the same principles that every successful person in the market is using. Leverage Consulting is about solving the full gap for your client and then combining coaching and agency elements into your offer. This makes it easier for a prospect to say yes, allows you to charge higher ticket, and get better results as well. Now, the reason you can charge higher ticket and get better results is because you're accounting for more solutions when delivering your entire system. Now, in its simplest form, coaching is just the exchange of information for money, and you can deliver this information in a multiple variety of ways, right? You can do protocols, SOPs, content, and frameworks. In the simplest form, the agency model is just the exchange of actual services for money. Now, this is where you're actually implementing systems and infrastructure into your client's business or for your client. Now, this can be in multiple forms as well. This can be anything such as growth campaigns, paid ads, appointment setters, and content distribution systems. Now, what the Leverage Consultant offer does, besides giving you a unique mechanism for your market, is it decommoditizes your offer and presents your business as the full solution from where your prospect is and where they want to go. Now, this signals that you are different than the market and interrupts the typical pattern that they will have in their head, ultimately getting them away from thinking, who is this guy and what is he trying to sell me, to actually looking at your value proposition. Now, let's talk about converting this attention. Once you get all this attention from over here, let's talk about how you're actually going to go about converting it. Now, you'll have your attention source, whether it's paid, organic, or cold outbound, right? You'll have data that is collected in the form of their name, email, phone number, and any optional data as well, such as how much money, how much monthly recurring are you making, right? You're then going to add them to your newsletter for further nurture, and your setter is going to manually reach out to them using your Go High Level CRM. However, your setter is not going to immediately try and book an appointment. Instead, your setter is going to ask for feedback on the free resources lead magnet or whatever it was that brought the lead in and made the lead become a lead, right? So what are content assets? Content assets are video assets that gain you awareness, nurture your ideal client, convert your ideal client, and they even make your current clients more bought in. Now, what this does is give you increased authority, build you trust, give you a unique brand image, and increase your value perception. In terms of your sales processes are going to be much quicker as you're delivering more value upfront and actually educating them on your offer. Ultimately, it's going to turn your business into a flywheel. And what this flywheel looks like is it's going to be a flywheel of content distribution, which leads to awareness, which leads to trust. And once someone trusts you, you can then influence them. From influence, they become a client. And it doesn't stop there, because once you get your client results, you just pump this client result back into your front end marketing system and use it as content distribution as well. So you're also going to have a high authority pre-call sequence. Basically, the conversion process begins once the lead becomes a lead. Just like I said, right? Whatever your attention source is, the lead comes into your ecosystem. The appointment setter educates the lead with bold claims and case studies, which are backed by your content assets. And we already went over how to utilize these content assets and what they do. Ultimately, that's going to make the lead question, how are you doing this, right? It's going to build intrigue. You're going to be trusted because they're viewing you as an authority, and it's going to put you in the teacher's position. Now, if we think back to school, who had the authority in school? It was always, we raise our hand because teacher, I have a question. How does this work? From there, they agree to get on a call extremely warm. Now, it doesn't seem like you're selling them, but if we know how this process works, we're selling them heavily, right? We're putting a lot of things in place that are ultimately persuading their mind over time. From there, we have our B2B script. We're going to present using a Lucid chart. And then as a bonus, once you actually get some client results, here's a little bonus for you to get to get unlimited referrals by leveraging your client. So you basically give them an incentive to help you win. And what that looks like is you'll give them a bonus, maybe a small percentage of each client you sign, and you tell them, hey, you'll make some money if you just promote our product or service and the results that we got for you. Now, the message you're going to want to send is, I'm not exactly sure what you guys are doing for your marketing, but this is exactly what got my clinic an extra 20 patients in the last 30 days. I hired this team called X Marketing Company, and they absolutely killed it for me. They're even booking appointments for me on the back end. Now, I was pretty skeptical at first, but they've done a lot for my business, and I figured I might as well share this, and I might be able to help you guys as well. Let me know if you have any questions as well. I've seen people implement this and get 50 clients from one message inside these huge Facebook groups that are 4,000 to 5,000 members large with your ideal clients. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.